Okay, so black handgun.
Yes.
Okay. Now this individual that you mentioned, Ms. Larkins, the person who pointed this firearm at you, do you see this person in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Can you please point to that person and point out a piece of
Well, I can't tell you because I've never seen her with that hair. The hair that she had was blue dreads. The natural hair is blue dreads, and I've never seen her with glasses on.
Okay, so, but do you see that person in the courtroom today? The person who,
Pull the gun?
yes.
No, I see a person that had gray roots with blue dreads, no glasses.
Judge, I would request for the person sitting at the defense table to remove their glasses and maybe that assist in identification. And to just move their hair away.
Oh, no objection, Your Honor.
Judge,
What's your objection? We've asked her to show her face.
She is showing her face. Her taking her wig off is.
That wasn't the question. The question was, could she move her hair off of her face?
and I never said it was a wig, but I'm assuming based on your statement, it is a wig. I just asked it because for the record.
Counsel, I don't think it's asking too much to be able to see her eyes when there's an identification at issue. Thank you.
Okay, take a look in the courtroom and see if you can, if that person.
That's people on the face in the yellow jacket.
How do you know that?
I can see the face profile now without the glasses. And I'm pretty sure that there's blue dreads or she may have died with their dreads under that wig.
Okay, Your Honor, purposes I'd respectfully request the court.
I'll note there's been an ID.
No, and when this firearm was pointed at you, how did you feel in that moment?
I felt like my mind was hurting.
Okay,
I was scared. My heart was beating.
okay, nothing further.
Counsel, your witness.
Good afternoon, Miss May. Is it Macy?
Maxie, M-A-S-S-E-Y.
Okay. So, you just testified that, Miss Larkins threw things in your French oven.
No, she threw those things at me. She threw the rock, she threw the mailbox, and she threw the barbecue.
We're not that far. You said you got out of your shower and you looked outside and Miss Larkins was coming at your front door, correct?
No, she was coming at the living room window
Okay, living room window, with an object,
with the barbecue grill,
a barbecue grill.
her barbecue grill.
Okay. And you just testified that when you were outside, you saw Miss Larkins pointing a gun from her house.
When I was outside, I saw Ms. Larkin pointing a gun at me from her doorway.
From her doorway inside of her house.
No, she had the door open. She was standing in the doorway, but the door was open.
Okay, but was she in her house?
She was standing on the, I guess, the bottom of the door. That's where she was standing,
In her doorway.
in her doorway.
Okay. Did you try to get in Miss Larkins' house?
Absolutely not.
Did you tell, Miss Larkins during that argument to go get your gun?
Absolutely not.
You just testified that you feared for your life, correct?
Correct.
Okay. But you didn't leave, correct? Meaning you didn't go back in your house.
I was standing on the common part of the sidewalk.
Did you go back in your house? Yes or no?
No, I didn't have an opportunity to.
Okay, so you just testified that Miss Larkins closed her door and went and put the gun away, correct?
Correct. And
Okay, so in that time, you didn't go back in your house,
at that time, I stood there talking to her boyfriend who was standing there.
but you did not go back into your house, yes or no?
No,
Okay, then Miss Larkins came back out without that gun, correct?
she came back out.
Okay, and you and Miss Larkins then proceeded to fight, correct?
No, I was standing there. I thought my home was still finished. So I was still standing on the common part of the sidewalk. She came out of her house after she put the gun in the house. It was only seconds. So it wasn't like it was minutes went by. There were seconds that went by. She opened the door, ran out in her bra, in the school girl skirt with no underwear, bent down, picked up a rock the size of my hand, threw the rock.
Okay, so again, you had time to speak with Miss Larkin's boyfriend, correct?
Can you repeat that?
You had time to speak to Miss Larkin's boyfriend, correct?
Yes.
Okay, but you didn't go in your house, correct?
No.
Okay. Miss Larkins allegedly threw things at you, correct? Rocks and signs that was in the yard, Christmas decor, correct?
No, she threw a rock, she threw a metal Santa's mailbox. Then she
That
threw
is Christmas decor.
Then she threw the top to her barbecue.
Okay, it's still Christmas decor. Then after that, the two of you had, got to fighting, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And then,
She came to her.
Hold on. Lady, counsel, really? You need a minute?
no, you're not.
You just answer the questions that are asked. Don't volunteer. Question is,
After the fight, did you go back to your house?
Yes,
Okay. And their police came and spoke to you, correct?
correct.
Did officers tell you that there was a 911 call of you trying to get in her house? Miss Larkin's house?
No.
Okay. No further questions.
Mr. Muhammad,
Very briefly. How long have you been neighbors with Miss Larkins?
I moved to 16869 Holiday Lane on December 28th, 2022.
So approximately 2 years prior to this incident?
Correct.
Okay. And during that time, how many times would you say, if you know, are you very interactive with this neighbor?
No. From the first time I moved there was pounding on the wall in the living room. We found the strays, my movers came concerned, like what's going on. They left early. As that happened, it continued to get more frequent with the beating on the wall that happens mostly in the bedroom. It happens through the night. After it happened for so long, I then contacted the owner of the condo to ask whether there were any issues with the prior tenant that lived in my residence.
Okay, I guess my question is, have you seen this defendant before?
Yes.
Before this interaction?
Yes,
Okay, and so are you familiar with her face?
yes, I am.
Okay, and that's the same person that individual is, you're the same person that we had in the courtroom?
Yes,
Okay. All right, nothing further.
any recross?
No, Your Honor.
Ma'am, you can step down. Watch your step on my incline ramp.
No
Yep. Thank you. Any defense witnesses? Ms. Tucker?
No defense witness, Your Honor.
All right, I'm ready for argument.
Judge, I'm going to motion for a binding where I believe the testimony reflects the question of fact for the trier of fact. Is there actually rebuttals?
Ms. Tucker, argument?
Yes, Your Honor. I object to the bind over on this, case of, Your Honor. Miss, Macy didn't fear for her life. Miss, Larkins did not step out of her house, Your Honor. Miss Macy stayed outside and waited till Miss Larkins came out in without said gun to where they then proceeded to get into a fist fight, Your Honor. So we object to the bind over.
Mr. Muhammad?
Judge, I believe the testimony by the witness was that she didn't feel in fear. He indicated that there was a gun pointed in her direction, and I believe the testimony reflects a question of fact.
And that was the only testimony put in front of the court. Bound over. AOI 2 weeks from today, 9 a.m. Bond is continued. Good luck downtown, ladies. Do we know if Mr. Bryant is here?
Yes.
Oh,
I reviewed all.
do we know if the attorney's here?
That I don't know, but I do have all.
The attorney would be Margolis.
All.
No shows.
We got everybody here but the defense attorney on this.
What a surprise. You got a phone number?
I think you're good. I was just gonna say, I knew you was gonna get on that.
She didn't rattle at all. But she objects to the bond with no testimony.
I didn't hear what she said. Check what was she saying?
She's trying to talk over me.
Oh, she's very, like, she should be getting excited like that. She's an attorney.
Well, just get excited if you want to. Just don't get excited with,
Hi, this is Heather Hall from 34th District Court Judge Oakley's office. Is Mr. Margolis there? 34th District Court, you had an exam, at noon today in our court at 34. Xavier Bryant.
Mind about these two? It's enlightening you.
Yeah, December 30th, you appeared on Zoom and, you requested to have today as an exam. Did you speak to your client? His name spoke to his client.
oh, bring Brian in.
I'm sorry?
Bring Brian in, please.
Okay. Let's bring the prisoner.
He didn't write it in his book, Judge. So what do you do?
Gonna have to adjourn it.
Correct. We have next week at 1:00.
How's it going? Make sure Mohammed's coming in, would you? We got him. The attorney's on the phone. He's at his office. He forgot to be here today.
You want Mohammed now?
We gotta pick another date.
That's, yes, February 12th at 1:00 at the 34th District Court in Romulus. And your client is still in custody, so you know. Thank you. It's not, you don't have to tell us you're sorry. You need to contact your defendant. All right, thank you.
Would you like Mohammed in here, Judge?
Yeah, we're ready. Mr. Brian, just have a seat, sir.
He's aware of the notice, it's just not, it's never wrote it in his book.
Mr. Mohammed, your appearance on the People versus Xavier Bryant, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Mohammed on behalf of the people.
All right. So for the record, this exam date was scheduled on December 19th. Well, Mr. Bryant and his attorney were present.
December 30th.
Oh, December 30th. Yeah, at our last PCC. Heather just called the attorney's office and he forgot to put it on his calendar. So we're gonna have to reschedule. Are you available, or whoever your witnesses are they available next Wednesday? We've given counsel a time slot next Wednesday at 1. I just want to make sure your witnesses are present.
You should all be available, Judge.
So the defendant attorney are morning. The court wants to make sure that next.
I just want to make sure you guys aren't in training or on vacation or anything next Wednesday. You're all available?
Yeah.
Gang's all here? Okay. I know where you're at. Sorry. So we'll see you next Wednesday. All right. Questions?
Nothing will be moving.
Would you be the one representing?
No. Your attorney's not here today because your attorney forgot to put it on his calendar.
I would like no counsel. I have a lawyer that take the part.
You mean you're gonna hire somebody? Have that person file an appearance yesterday. I mean, have them do it soon. All right?
We
All right.
still have to set for an exam if that's.
Let's leave it there and then the new attorney can contact you if that's a problem.
Oh,
Right.
oh
We gotta see an appearance before we do anything.
yeah.
Yeah. So have the attorney you've hired, have them file an appearance so that everybody in the system can talk to them as your attorney. All right?
I'm hearing
I hear you.
You know,
All right.
whether yes, you sure that I don't have a specific name yet. Someone from that company instead of the budget.
Okay. Who'd you just talk to?
Margolis was appointed.
From NDS.
No, he's not, yes.
He's not.
He was appointed through the
Okay.
indigent.
All right. All right. It wasn't Mr. Margolis. That's not the name?
Rather,
Yeah. That's the guy, that, you talked to Margolis back in December, right? Okay, so that's who we just talked to that's not here. So if you got somebody else that's coming in, they gotta file paperwork. And then he can legally talk to them about it. All right? All right, we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All right, sorry, guys. Be safe.
Sort of.
Who knows, yeah. That just kills me.
And
I mean,
he hasn't spoke to his client since.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's gonna, and they're making good money. I mean,